Greetings and welcome to STL Soccer Talk, the video edition. I'm Tom Timmermann, beat writer for St. Louis City for the Post-Dispatch, along with Beth O'Malley. Hello, Beth.
Hi, Tom.
And it's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. You were just at practice, so I have to ask you, please give us the injury update.
The injury update is that Roman Burki, with a fractured bone in his hand, will be out about a month.
Okay.
So that probably means 4 games. I mean, but about a month means it's about 4 games, I guess. It could be more. It's probably not less, but for a month. And then Thomas Timmermann, with a hamstring injury, is also expected to be out a month. So there will be some changes coming when City SC faces Philadelphia on Saturday in the city of brotherly love.
There's something special about Philadelphia.
There is about Philadelphia. Yeah, they're coached by a man named Bradley Carnell, familiar to many locally. And it is interesting because we know how a Bradley Carnell team plays, and we know how an Olaf Melberg team plays. And so you have 2 teams that routinely don't want the ball.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a case of, who knows, each team will have the ball for 40% of the time, and then the other 20% the ball will just sit in midfield.
Could be how it goes.
Melberg was saying, no, I mean, we don't not want the ball. And we want to have more of the ball. So it's not as though that's all we can do. So he feels as though they can't handle it if their percentage were to markedly increase.
They've managed to win at least 2 games with less than or right at 40% possession. So no, they don't necessarily need the ball that much, but coming up, they're probably going to want the ball a lot more.
Yeah, because when you don't have the ball, it really means you have a few chances and you better take them.
Right.
And better make something out of them. And we saw in the first 2 games, or we saw in the first game, you have chances, didn't take care of them, you end up with a 0-0 tie. Game 2, no chances, nothing to take care of, 0-0 tie. But then more chances, and as long as you can seize on one of them and then pitch a shutout, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
And they are now only the 3rd team in MLS history to have 4 consecutive clean sheets to start the season. I wish you could say that, they probably wish they could say, and those teams went on to win MLS Cup.
They didn't?
They did not.
Oh, well.
They made the playoffs, though, in both cases.
Okay.
So that's something that is really kind of City would like to do.
Yes.
Yeah, and interestingly, for both of those teams, Vancouver and New York Red Bulls, when their streak ended, they allowed 3 goals in the game in which their streak came to an end. So make of that what you will.
All right.
So St. Louis City versus Philadelphia on Saturday. Also interesting because Philly's going to be down a bunch of players because of the international window that's going on. They've got players called up to be with their various national teams. So, fate keeps smiling on City SC on saying, not the other team not having its best players.
Well,
so it could happen again.
It could happen again, but only if City makes the most of the situation, which we saw them do against Seattle. So we'll see what happens This week, because today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Thank you. I appreciate that.
On that note, we'll talk about this more on our podcast, and we'll have more about this in print, and we'll have more about this just if you bump into me on the street. That's the current plan.
Yep.
Until next week, for Beth, for Ali behind the camera and producing and doing all sorts of fine things, I'm Tom. Be seeing you.